Comfort is your coffin, and you've been sleeping in it your whole life. The system wants you lazy, predictable, and weak. These 10 mind shifts are the hammer that smashes that coffin. But if you're too soft to hear this, stay average and die quietly. Average minds want to be right. Smart minds want results. This is the first shift. See, most people are stuck in a mental loop. Is this fair? Is this acceptable? Will people approve? They're not thinking strategically. They're thinking emotionally. And that's exactly why they stay average. High thinkers operate on a different frequency. They don't ask, is this right? They ask, does this move me forward? Because right is often a trap built by culture, religion, school, and weak people who need validation. But what works is based on outcome. Cold, measurable, effective. A lion doesn't ask if the kill is fair. A general doesn't ask if the war is polite. They ask one thing: does it work? Once you start thinking like this, you stop chasing perfection and start pursuing leverage. You stop being reactive and start being strategic. You'll realize the world doesn't reward good intentions. It rewards clarity, precision, and execution. From now on, every move you make must pass one test. Does it get you closer to your objective? Not what's trendy, not what feels good, what wins. Remember this. People who ask what's right stay respected and broke. People who ask what works get misunderstood and powerful. Choose your operating system wisely. Most people don't fail because they're weak. They fail because their defaults are broken. Your defaults are the automatic settings running your life without your permission. How you wake up, how you eat, how you react to stress, how you handle money, how you spend your free time. And here's the truth. If your defaults are average, your life will be average. Meta-elegant people know this. That's why they deliberately rewrite their operating system. They build environments where good decisions happen automatically and bad ones become impossible. If they want to save money, they automate transfers before they even see the cash. If they want to stay focused, they remove distractions from their space completely. If they want better health, they design their day so movement and clean eating are effortless. Average people fight themselves every day. Smart people build systems that fight for them. Because willpower is temporary, but defaults are permanent until you change. Ask yourself, does my environment push me forward or pull me down? Are my daily habits aligned with who I want to become? What automatic behaviors are silently killing my growth? Once you rewrite your defaults, progress feels natural. You don't have to try hard anymore. Your life is designed to pull you upward, upgrade the system, or stay trapped in it. Most people live in mental tunnels. They think about Friday. They think about the next bill. They think about how to survive the week. And then they repeat it forever. That's why they stay average. Meta-intelligent people operate on a different timeline. They zoom out. They think in decades. Every decision is judged by one question. What will this create for me 10 years from now? They understand the compounding effect. Skill sharpened today will multiply over 10 years. A network built today will open doors a decade from now. Investment started now will quietly grow, while others waste time. But here's the twist. Thinking in decades doesn't mean waiting for decades. They pair this long-term vision with daily urgency. They know if they don't move today, the future never arrives. So they act relentlessly on the smallest steps. Write the page, make the call, launch the idea, train the body. No shortcuts, no distractions, no wasted years. This dual lens, big picture clarity plus immediate execution is a rare weapon. Because average people sprint for comfort. Smart people plant seeds and water them every single day. The result, when others are still chasing quick wins, intelligent people are already living the life they planned 10 years ago. Most people waste their entire lives performing for the crowd. They post for likes. They speak to be liked. They spend their energy chasing validation from people who don't even think about them. This is the social energy trap, and it's one of the biggest reasons people stay average. Meta-elegant people see it for what it is, a mental prison. They know that when your self-worth is built on other people's approval, your control, so they do the opposite. They detach from the need to be liked, praised, or accepted. They no longer explain their moves. They stop defending their choices. Instead, they channel all that energy inward into building, into sharpening skills, growing wealth, designing freedom. The shift is brutal. At first, you'll feel isolated. People will question you. Some will even attack you. But something powerful happens. You become immune to noise. Criticism loses its bite. Praise stops distracting you. Now you're unshakable. Every ounce of energy you once wasted on impressing others is redirected into creating results they can't ignore. Remember this: the crowd is addicted to comfort. Builders are addicted to progress. The moment you stop performing for approval, your mind becomes lethal, calm, focused, unstoppable. Most people break when life hits them. They crumble under pressure. They collapse at the first sign of chaos. That's why they remain average. Intelligent people build something different. Anti-fragility. They don't just survive stress. They use it to become stronger. Here's the truth. Pressure is inevitable. Setbacks are guaranteed. If your foundation is weak, life will keep resetting you to zero. So, what do? They design lives that gain power from adversity. They develop skills so versatile that no single failure can destroy them. They build multiple income streams so one loss doesn't wipe them out. They cultivate mental toughness so criticism, betrayal, and setbacks don't paralyze them. Every challenge becomes data. Every loss becomes leverage. Every enemy becomes a teacher. While average people ask, why me? Meta-intelligent people ask, how does this make me sharper? This is the upgrade. You no longer fear chaos, because you know it can't break you. In fact, the more you're tested, the stronger you become. And once you're anti-fragile, people stop trying to break you because they realize something terrifying. Every hit they land only makes you harder to defeat. You've made it this far. Good. That means you're not like the rest. Most people clicked away to their comfort coffin, but you stayed, which means you're ready for something the average mind will never touch. Whisper secret for ruthless intelligence. And manipulation is not motivation, it's a weapon. A complete ebook plus audiobook system built to rewire your mind for psychological power. Make your thinking sharper, colder, and untouchable. Train influence and emotional immunity that the world can't ignore. Inside, you'll get 15+ chapters, mental conditioning drills, and lifetime updates, all designed to turn your mind into a quiet, strategic weapon. If you're ready to reconstruct your mind and escape average forever, the link is waiting in the top comment. Enter Whisper Secret. Begin the process. Average people hide their weaknesses. They cover them up. They deny them. And because of that, their flaws become lifelong chains. Intelligent people do the opposite. They weaponize their weaknesses. They map them out with brutal honesty. What drains my energy? Where do I consistently fail? Which skills do I lack? Then instead of hiding these gaps, they build systems and alliances around them. If they're disorganized, they hire or partner with someone who thrives on structure. If they lack technical skills, they collaborate with those who excel at them. If they're introverted, they use it to observe more, talk less, and control conversations with precision. Weakness becomes leverage because it forces clarity. It shows you where to double down and where to delegate. Teaches you efficiency because you stop wasting energy trying to be great at everything. Remember this, no empire is built by one person alone. Trying to fix yourself endlessly is a trap. Smart people turn their flaws into fuel by engineering solutions outside themselves. And here's the paradox. When you stop pretending to be perfect, you become unstoppable. Because now every weakness has a strategy, and every attack from the outside lands on reinforced armor. Average people obsess over results they can't control. They panic over deadlines, money, recognition, and other people's opinions. And when outcomes don't go their way, they fall apart. Meta-elegant people think differently. They know outcomes are never fully in their hands, but inputs are. They pour their energy into the only things they can control: their skills, their discipline, their actions, their consistency. Because inputs create outputs always. This is how they stay emotionally steady. When others spiral, they've already set the system. Do the work, track the data, refine, repeat. If the result comes today, fine. If it comes next year, fine. Either way, they're building momentum. And here's the secret. When you stop chasing outcomes, you actually hit them faster. Because your energy isn't scattered by fear or impatience. It's focused like a laser on what matters. Ask yourself, am I fixating on things I can't control, or am I upgrading the daily inputs that guarantee my growth? Average people live in constant emotional turbulence. Meta. Intelligent people stay calm because they know their future is built by what they feed the system today. Control the input, the output will take care of itself. Average people play fair games with even odds. They trade time for money. They make linear moves that barely move the needle. Meta-elegant people refuse to play like that. They seek a symmetry. Small actions with massive upside and minimal downside. They ask, where can one move give me a 10x return? This shift changes everything. Instead of working 60 hours for a paycheck, they build or invest in systems that pay them forever. Instead of chasing status, they build leverage, skills, assets, networks that compound while they sleep. Instead of fighting for attention, they position themselves where opportunities come to. Asymmetry is about tilting the board in your favor so completely that the game becomes unfair. This is why they're patient. They're willing to say no 100 times while waiting for the one asymmetric opportunity that changes their life. And when they see it, they go Allen. Because average people take small bets with small returns. Meta-elegant people wait for the move that redefs the entire game. Ask yourself, which of my actions create massive returns? Which actions create nothing but busy work? Stop playing even games. Stack the odds so heavily in your favor that losing becomes nearly impossible. Average people rely on motivation. They wait until they feel like it, and when they don't, they quit. Meta-intelligent people don't play that game. They know motivation is unreliable, so they replace it with identity. Here's the shift. You stop saying, I want to do this, and you start saying, I am this. You don't say, I want to be disciplined. You say, I'm the kind of person who never misses. You don't say, I want to be wealthy. You say, I am the kind of person who multiplies money automatically. Identity changes behavior instantly because your actions must match who you believe you are. Motivation fades under pressure, but identity, it's permanent. This is why meta-intelligent people obsess over the story they tell themselves. They design it carefully because once it's locked in, execution is automatic. Ask yourself, what identity am I reinforcing with my daily habits? Who do I need to become for my goals to be inevitable? Every time you act, you're casting a vote for your future self. Do it long enough, and the votes add up to a new identity, one that makes mediocrity impossible. Stop waiting to feel ready. Decide who you are, then act like it. Average people treat their attention like it's free. They scroll endlessly. They argue with strangers online. They allow toxic people and pointless drama to drain their energy. And then they wonder why they can't focus, why they can't execute. Meta-intelligent people guard their mental bandwidth like it's sacred, because it is. They know their mind is their most powerful asset. Every distraction, every toxic interaction, every unnecessary obligation is a thief, stealing from their future. So they cut ruthlessly. They block out low V-value noise. They minimize decision fatigue by simplifying their routines. They distance themselves from anyone who drains their energy. This isn't about being cold. It's about being unreachable to the things that don't matter. Because when your mind is clean and your focus is sharp, you become unstoppable. You execute faster. You think deeper. You see opportunities others miss. Average people give their attention to anyone who asks for it. Meta-intelligent people invest their attention only where it multiplies their life. Ask yourself, what distractions are silently stealing my future? Who or what must I cut to reclaim my focus? Remember, your life is built where your attention lives. Protect it or lose everything to the noise. You've just learned the 10 meta-intelligence shifts that remove you from the average forever. But understand this, knowing them isn't enough. You must choose one and start applying it today, because the world is full of people who know and almost empty of people who do. So, here's what I want from you. Comment one word below. The shift that hit you the hardest. Was it anti-fragility, asymmetry, replacing motivation with identity, that word will. Lock it in your mind and it will tell me which area to go even deeper on in the next video. And if this message woke something up in you, subscribe right now, because the next video is going to break open a part of your mind you didn't even know existed. Average ends here. The question is, will you drop your word? Below, hit subscribe, and I'll see you inside the next